Hey everyone, Sky with the Scottman. We're here to do a drawing video today. We're going to be doing a video here on Adams Road here in the northern parts of the Metro Detroit area. So we'll be driving the entirety of the route from where it begins at Woodward Avenue here in Birmingham and head all the way up to where it ends at Stoney Creek Road in Oakland Township, like out near like the Lake Orion area. But it is a very cloudy day out. Like, I've hardly have seen the sun come out at all today. But it's not that too cold for this time of the year right now. Like, my car thermometer is reading 43 degrees Fahrenheit. If you convert that to Celsius, it's kind of like around like 6 degrees, so not all that bad. And of course, we're also very close to Thanksgiving right now, so... But yeah, I figure this would be another good road to do for one of these driving videos. It kind of runs along the same line of longitude as Greenfield Road, which begins down at 14 Mile Road to the south and goes right down to the west side of Detroit. I probably should do that at some point, but I figure go ahead and do the Adams Road portion today. Alright, so we'll go ahead and we'll continue. So go just a little bit to the west, you'll be going into downtown Birmingham, and I'll mention something a little embarrassing here. It's like, so I ended up forgetting to resume the recording after I went through after the light turned green for Maple Road, and of course now I'm paying the price because I have to stop at this light now. Because yeah, it's like because I end up stopping at the next light up at, I'm getting over here because I already had to drive the stretch already. And being in that right lane, it was really bumpy, so I need to be over here in the left lane, which is a lot more smooth. So what ended up happening is because I had to stop at the light, not this one here, but the next one, which is Big Beaver, which is 16 Mile Road, and what ended up happening is that I had to stop at the light, and then I started the recording once the light turned green, and then I was like, and then I realized, wait a minute, I didn't record any of that, so it's like I ended up having to turn back around and come all the way back down again. Hopefully I don't do that again the rest of this video. So we just went over the railroad tracks. That's where Amtrak comes through. It starts up over in Pontiac, and then it goes all the way down to Royal Oak, and then eventually heads down to Detroit, and then heads west toward Chicago. So now we're getting out of the Birmingham area. We're on the border of Bloomfield Township to the left and then Troy to the right. So that light back there, that is Big Beaver or 16 Mile Road. If you go like another mile to the east on Big Beaver, that is where the Somerset Collection Mall is located. And of course, then you continue further east, you got all kinds of different restaurants and a lot of offices and businesses. It's a very busy area, especially when you get over, again, to the area over by I-75. It's like there's still a lot of, although we're way past peak right now, but there's still some leaves that are still hanging on the trees right now. I think the leaves changed colors late this year, so there's probably more leaves in the trees than there usually is at this time of the year. So yeah, this part of Adams is mostly serving like residential areas, and then up here is Waddles Road or 17 Mile Road. Didn't really have to stop at this light, thankfully. This, I would say, is a busier road just because it does connect Birmingham with some other shopping areas further to the north. You'll see what I mean in the next within like the next 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, this can be a nice route, and it's not too busy when it comes to traffic, at least on a Sunday. So I'm filming this on a Sunday morning. This can get a little busy like during rush hours because a lot of people use this as like an alternative to I-75. Or I know people did that especially when they were working on all the construction in I-75 a few years ago. This could hurt. It's because... Okay, never mind. That person was able to turn just in time. Because, yeah, there's no way around that car. Well, legally, no way around that car. So I'm sure people probably have used the shoulder, but there's a lack of shoulder, so it's not really legal to do that. But so back there, that's Long Lake Road or 18 Mile Road. And yet, as we continue further north on Adams Road, we're getting to a little bit more hillier terrain. Like, it was kind of level a little bit back down in Birmingham, but we're starting to see a little bit more in the way of hills. We'll see bigger ones as we get further to the north. But yeah, it's like we're getting to the time of the year where it's like you can go days, heck, even weeks without even seeing the sun, or hardly seeing the sun. So other than maybe a peep this morning before leaving to do this video, I have not really seen the sun in at least a few days. And here is Square Lake Road, or 19 Mile Road, and that overpass up ahead, that is I-75. And Adams Road has an interchange with I-75. Got the interchange right here, get on to I-75 from here, which is really nice. Which, of course, I-75 going back to the south will take you back down to Troy and then eventually down toward Detroit. I-75 north heads up to Auburn Hills, Clarkston, and eventually toward Flint. So yeah, I got a little lucky with the traffic lights back there. I think I will be stopping at this next one, though. Yeah, I can't believe we're already almost to Thanksgiving. Although by the time this driving video goes up, it'll probably be around Christmas, or heck, maybe even after that. Yeah, this year has really flown by, and yep, just as I was expecting, and we're having to stop at South Boulevard. This is basically like 20 Mile Road. Fortunately, it was not stopped for very long. So, cool thing about this intersection is that you got the border of like 4 cities or townships. Because now with crossing over South Boulevard, we have Auburn Hills on the left side and Rochester Hills on the right side. So it's like, yeah, we're now in a couple different cities this time. But a couple nice different neighborhoods over on, especially on the right side. being a big deal because, yeah, people were stopped for that traffic light up ahead, so it works out. So this is Auburn Road here, which Auburn Road going west will take you over into the little downtown area of Auburn Hills and eventually heads over into Pontiac, and then it becomes Orchard Lake Road. And here, Adams Road opens up to being 2 lanes on each side. In fact, I could probably get over because we got a second lane for a little while. And here is where Adams Road now comes away from this line of longitude we're on right now. And a long time ago, Adams Road did not curve like this. It used to continue to the left on where it's now Old Adams Road and went right over M59, and then you had to get onto Hamlin Road before continuing to the north on Adams Road. But they built this, I think, a couple decades ago to provide a direct connection between the two parts of Adams Road, which is really nice. And not only that too, but they got a shopping area in here. You got a Tractor Supply Company, there's a Meijer, there's a Walmart coming up ahead, and there's some different businesses along in here too. I even see there's an Asian Express, like a Chinese restaurant. There's Kirby's Coney Island, Five Guys, Panera Bread. And yep, and there's the Walmart over there. And there's some other restaurants that's deep into that whole complex too, like Grand Tavern, like a lot of different places. And then over here you got the connector ramp with M59, because we're about to go over the M59 freeway. So that's how you can get onto M59 East in the direction toward Utica and Sterling Heights, Mount Clemens, and that area. And yeah, we're going over M59 right now. And then if you make a left up here, that's how you can go on to M59 West to go toward Pontiac. And here's Hamlin Road right here. So before they built this new stretch of Adams Road a couple decades ago, you would have had to briefly go on Hamlin Road until you get back over to here. And then here's where Adams Road, yeah, the boulevard ends and it just becomes a 2-lane highway up ahead. For what I've been reading, they are planning to do some type of a big project on this stretch of Adams Road between here and I believe up to Walton Boulevard, which is a couple miles to the north of here. This stretch between M59 and Walton Boulevard, this is a very heavily traveled stretch of Adams Road. It's like, yeah, you got different residential neighborhoods, apartments along in here. But there are talks about whether that they're going to make this like a 3-lane highway to have like a continuous center turn lane, or if they're going to make this like a 4 or 5 lane highway to add an additional lane, or if they'll make this like a boulevard, like continue the boulevard north of Hamlin. But yeah, it's like if they do some work on that, I think it's supposed to be coming up in a year or so. Because again, this area can get really busy during rush hour, and yeah, as you can tell, it's getting a lot more hilly over here. And up here, this is Avon Road, which is basically a 23-mile road. And off to the left, yeah, you got a pretty big golf course. Like that's getting into the grounds of like where Oakland University is, and also Meadowbrook Hall. I'm not sure if the golf course is a part of Oakland University or not. It could be just maybe like a partner or something, but it could be a part of the university. It wouldn't even surprise me if like maybe some of the professional teams through the university could play on that golf course. Ooh, so quite a bit of fall colors over in here. And then this traffic light here, this is the eastern entrance to Oakland University. The main part of the campus is all the way over at Squirrel Road, which is the next major north and south road to the west of here. But this is the way we can get into Oakland University from the east. And also, it's the best way to go over to like Meadowbrook Hall, or even to the Meadowbrook Amphitheater, where they put on a lot of different concerts and performances. Oh yeah, there's even a little zip line over to the left too. So here is Walden Boulevard. So this intersection is very busy because there's a pretty big shopping area on the other side of the road. So Walden Boulevard will take you east all the way into downtown Rochester. Basically going west will take you to the north end of Oakland University. And on both sides of Adams Road, you got shopping areas on both sides. There's like a Trader Joe's to the left, and on the right, I'm seeing a lot of different things like Pokeworks, Barnes & Noble. I think there's a Chipotle in there as well, too. A lot of different restaurants. Even building they have a Starbucks there, too. So, yeah, lots going on over in this part. Now, I would say for the rest of this video, we're mainly going through residential areas, or areas serving like subdivisions and other different types of neighborhoods. This area can get pretty busy too, just because of all the expansion going to the northern part of Rochester Hills and then going up toward Oakland Township. Oh heck, even it's a Sunday, this is backing up a little bit. I wasn't expecting this much traffic for a Sunday morning. So if this is Tinkin Road or 25 Mile Road, so Tinkin Road could be a pretty busy road too. And then to the left you have Rochester Adams High School. So I think one of the three high schools in the Rochester Hills area. You got this one, you got Rochester High School over along Livernois, and then there's also Stony Creek High School east on Tinkin Road, like you go east of Rochester Road. And we have a lot of slow moving traffic ahead. But yeah, there's a lot of traffic up ahead. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe Rochester Adams High School, that's where, if I'm not mistaken, where Madonna went to high school. Because, don't forget, Madonna grew up in Michigan. Yeah, a lot of nice neighborhoods in this area. And then coming up here, this is Dutton Road, which is basically like a 26-mile road. Dutton Road going west, that'll take you over toward M24 near the area where the Palace of Auburn Hills used to be. And then continuing further west becomes Brown Road. And it'll take you over in the direction, kind of like where Great Lakes Crossing is located. And crossing over Dutton Road, we are now in Oakland Township. Oakland Township has seen a lot of expansion over the years. Got a lot of huge homes, especially in the neighborhood to the right. Wouldn't surprise me, some of the homes in there are like over $1 million. sun might try to peep out a little bit, because I'm seeing possible breaks in the clouds. Oh yeah, right here. So it's like, yeah, me bickering about hardly seeing the sun. It's like now it's coming out. This is a good sign. A lot of people are turning off of Adams Road. Of course, the bad news is I'm having to stop at this traffic light. So this is Silverbow Road. Silverbow Road will take you also over to M24 to the west. And then to the left, there's a little shopping area in here. A small one, I would say. You got a CVS Pharmacy. There's also a Kroger. I see a Subway. There are some things in there, but nothing too crazy. That's the last shopping area we'll see in this video, because from here on out is primarily residential neighborhoods. After I film this video, I'm probably going to get some lunch over in Oxford. There's a restaurant I want to check out in Oxford, which I might film for like maybe like an Instagram reel or something like that. And we have a roundabout up ahead, so this is the intersection with Gun Road, which is just it's a smaller, Gun Road is a smaller secondary road. But they put in the roundabout here because there is an elementary school at the northwest corner of this intersection. And they put that in to slow down the traffic, because a long time ago, people did not have to stop on Adams Road. They were able to just keep going, but it was causing problems with this elementary school to the left. And we have a nice downhill stretch here where I can even put my foot off the accelerator. It's like, yeah, when I was a kid, I used to love going down this hill, because a little fun fact, this part of Adams Road, this is the stretch that my parents and I would go on all the time to go out to my grandparents' house. Because they used to live out in the Oakland Township area. So like we were on this all the time, even back when I was just a very little kid. So I always enjoy going down that hill. We got the Paint Creek right here, which eventually heads into the Clyn River down in Rochester. And along the Paint Creek, we have the Paint Creek Trail, which is a nice trail system, or nice trail, which connects Lake Orion with Rochester. And Orion Road is another road which kind of does that too. Orion Road connects Rochester with Lake Orion. And it runs northwest and southeast. And then crossing over Orion Road, the speed limits get dropped on this road, so you can pretty much go up to 55 miles an hour. And now it becomes a lot more rural. And we will no longer see traffic lights for the rest of this route until we get to our final destination. But yeah, it is interesting how much Adams Road changes throughout its route, because we start out in the city of Birmingham, and now we're out in the country. Adams Road, though, yeah, as you can tell, it is paved the entire way. And then up here is Clarkson Road. So Clarkson Road is a video I filmed not too long ago. up ahead, that is where the road ends. That is Stony Creek Road up ahead. Stoney Creek Road going east wiggles its way over toward Rochester Road. And then Stoney Creek Road going west will take you back over toward Orion Road in the direction of Lake Orion. All right, so we have driven the entirety of Adams Road, going from Woodward Avenue in Birmingham all the way to Stoney Creek Road here in Oakland Township. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott, or the Scott Man, signing out.